Yo, what's up guys, I'm AK. Welcome back to another episode of Gifted Heartz. Hope you guys enjoyed the previous video. For today's episode, we're going to sit down and meet with a young man who's gifted with a fashion talent in his heart. Not only is he gifted with a fashion talent, but he's also gifted with a talent of art, graphic design. As you can see behind us, we've got his artwork here on display. And he's from Durban, and he has his own fashion brand called Rever Clothing. And his name is Siphiwe Nzukulu. Hey bro, you good?
Away, I'm good, man, I'm good.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro, I'm good.
You feeling calm and all that stuff, bro?
Nah. Actually, I'm not nervous anymore. I was nervous in the beginning, but now I'm cool.
Away, bro, that's great. So I say, bro, big shout out for giving me the opportunity to do an interview on you and your fashion brand.
Away.
Okay, I'm just gonna start off like this. First question is gonna be, so just tell us, like, who is Siphiwe Nzukulu, bro? Just tell us, who is he?
I'm Siphiwe Nzukulu. I'm based here in Durban. I am 22 years old, and I'm half Mozambican, half South African. So that's why you get the surname Nzukulu, which is like Smaputo, so Portuguese. I grew up in Durban, but I am a lot of things. I'm a athlete, I'm a graphic designer, I'm an artist, I am into fashion, I'm into creative directing, I'm into a whole lot of things, and so I suppose that's me.
Oh, that's great to hear, man. And growing up, like, did you mostly grow up here in Durban or like somewhere else?
I mostly grew up here in Durban. Most of my childhood was here in Durban, but as soon as I left school, I started going out to like other different countries for different talents, I guess. Yeah.
No, yeah, checking. And for the second question, like, would you say that you're born creative, or would you say it's something that you found love for at a later stage and then you just studied it?
I would say I was born creative. I remember grade 3 or grade 2, I was sketching stuff while the teacher was teaching me. While the teacher was teaching in the class, and I used to my thingy, my textbook from school used to have like my stickman drawings, and they would always tell a story to me while the teacher is teaching. And then I used to do very bad at school when I was young. I used to get zeros for spelling tests, but then for art, I used to always kill everyone. But art was always my thing. I just never understood which direction I would take, because I never had someone I would look up to who was an artist who was doing great. Every time I spoke about art, every time I told my parents that I want to be an artist, they always shamed me. They always like, no, that's not a realistic goal, or that's not a realistic career. But it's something that has always been in my heart. I was born with it.
That's interesting, and I have to say it kind of reminds me a bit of myself, because even I myself actually was never good at English. I was never good at English at all. Okay, math and all other courses I was kind of good, but English, I have to say, was probably like the worst one for me. But then for me, I wouldn't necessarily say I was born creative. I kind of discovered it at a later stage when I had a fond love for drawing, let me say, Dragon Ball Z characters. That's how I started. Dragon Ball Z characters, and then from there I moved it on and so on. And at one point, I had to say, ask myself, okay, I don't think I want to be like an artist. I want to do more than just being an artist. And I just ended up studying fashion design, and currently I'm studying interior design. So that's me. I'd say that. But overall, it's interesting to learn, man. It's interesting to learn.
I feel like for me, the routes that I took into ending up studying graphic design was so weird, because when I was I went to like different like racial schools. So first I went to a black school, all black school, then an Indian school, and then a white school.
Damn.
And I remember not fitting in any of those, but as soon as I went to a white school, I still didn't fit in. But they had like proper drawing classes, they had proper like foundation for like art and stuff like that. So then that's where I discovered properly that, okay, I'm really gifted, because instead of winning awards for maths or anything like that, I won awards for art. you know, and even throughout high school, opportunities came that that things just shoved me to art more than academics or sports. And then even the way that I found out about graphic design, it was so awkward. I got a scholarship at Vega. I didn't know that it was a
creative
I didn't know it was a graphic design thingy scholarship. I thought it was a fine arts scholarship. So then I aced the whole thing. It was like it was like a competition to get the scholarship to study at Vega. And then when I went to the competition, I beat Abantabane experience in graphic design and everything, not knowing that I'm actually completing to, you know, get into graphic design position. And then I bombed the thingy on the final stages, which was the interview. Then that's where they figured, I don't know anything about graphic design. So then I was like, what is this graphic design? I need to, you know, pursue it and see, you know, and see what it's about. And then as soon as I studied more about it, I fell in love with it, you know. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting because I'm not sure if I told you, but I studied interior design at a creative institution called Inkscape. It's a private creative institution where we just do like fashion design, graphic design, interior architecture, and so on. And when I ask the graphic design students, okay, what is graphic design in simple form, they be saying it's actually like a lot to it. It's not just like, you know, illustrating or doing digital design. There's more to it. So it's kind of interesting to hear that. And as I said, it kind of reminds me a bit of myself because surprisingly, ever since I got into high school, I was always like the top 3 for art. That's the thing I love the most. Top 3 for art. But obviously, and then joined fashion design afterwards. But that's great, man.
Nah, that's dope. Just can I add on to that point? The point of graphic design is not just illustration or fonts and whatnot. I feel like it also inspired me to start my clothing brand because it showed me the behind the scenes into a brand. It showed me behind the scenes into what we see on television or what we see at magazines and stuff like that. So then I was like, if I can see the foundation of that, why not just go ahead and just do whatever I want to do? So that's why I was like, let me just do this Rever thing, like it's been in my heart. Let me just jump on it. Yeah.
I'm impressive, man. That's great, yeah. So that's basically like that's how you do your designs for like Rever Clothing and so on.
Yeah. Before I go and make the clothes, I first illustrate them on Illustrator so that I can see the full product before I even start making, you know, just to get a clear vision. So this is a puffer jacket that I'm actually wearing now.
No, check it. Yeah, it's actually fire, bro.
Away. And and this was for my first collection. I wanted to make a statement, you know, by incorporating green for the whole photo shoot. I wanted to make a statement that, okay, Rever is here, you know, we are here, we are based in Durban and we are different. It was just me going all crazy about it just to make a statement that Rever is here, you know.
Now, and how would you say like you came up with that name, bro? Like, how did you get that name, Rever Clothing? Like, what inspired you to use that name? Cause I would like when I hear that word, I be thinking of like cars, you know, like to Rever car.
Yeah. Okay, I never thought about that.
No, like legit, cause that's what I don't know. If I was like, hold on, Rever. I was like, as in like raving. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I was actually gonna call it Nzukulu Clothing. And I was gonna use my surname and be like Nzukulu Clothing. And until I spoke to one of my friends and he was like, yo, here in South Africa we're really big on surnames, you know, we're really big on surnames, and then people take pride in their own surnames. Why would someone wear my surname on his, you know, on his t-shirt or his puffer jacket or his, you know, like, or his hoodie? And it got me really thinking about that pride that people have when it comes to their own surnames. And I was like, nah, it makes sense. So then since this is a dream for me, I haven't done it yet, let me just call it Dream Clothing. And so I was gonna go English, but then I was like, okay, let me just go French because it's different. So Rever is actually the pronunciation of it, and it's actually French for dream. So it's dream clothing line.
And okay, so basically I was pronouncing it wrong. Like, how is it pronounced in French, bro? You've not really searched up. You haven't searched up that yet.
Yeah, I did. It's Rever.
Yeah. Oh man, it's hard to pronounce.
No. But I actually like the fact that people pronounce it the way they want to pronounce it, like Reva, and some people are like Reve, and some people they all pronounce it in different ways, and I feel like it's totally fine because it means something to you, you know. So yeah.
No way. And in terms of like the designs, like how would you say you get your inspiration? Because when I first saw your clothing brand, by the way, here's how I found out about your clothing brand.
Yeah.
There's this other, basically one of your models, the tall guy, like I follow him.
Oh, Deuce.
Yeah, I follow him, and I saw him promote obviously like your clothing, and I checked it out, and I was like, damn, this is a fire fashion brand. Yeah. And then of course I just like had to like go through the following sites to check who's the founder and so on. And of course I found your account, and that's when I hit you up. And one thing when I look at your fashion brand, one word that came to my mind was minimalism. Yeah. Like the way like your clothes are like just simple. It's just simple color, and then of course your logo on it. So like, what would you say inspiration like is like minimalism, or probably more than that?
I feel like for now, first it goes into what we actually are about, or what type of personality we have as a brand. We are a calm, aesthetically pleasing brand. You know, we're not loud, we're not big, so we want to create garments that people can wear when they go into the mall, or wearing when you're chilling at home, or you can wear when you go to a party, or you can wear when you go to a picnic. So I would say, yeah, we're minimalism, but then we are also promoting that appreciation type of aesthetic that is very simple, but then at the same time very artistic, or very very, very pleasing in the eye, you know.
Very interesting, understandable.
Yeah.
And by the way, to you guys watching, in case you do not know, this is actually his workspace, and his workspace is actually where he stays. Yeah. So, and now since bro, this is like your workspace, like how do you basically like do the clothing design? Okay, I understand it's just you use this for the sketching and so on.
Yeah.
But in terms of the sewing, like do you do sewing yourself, or like you just go to people who have that talent of sewing?
Yeah. One thing that I noticed with brands, or with starting something that is I wouldn't say it's big, but starting a clothing brand, is that you need to collaborate with people. You need to collaborate with people that are gifted in different ways, you know. So I have a whole team behind me. A person who sews, a person who prints, a person who embroiders, a person who does this, and so I work with different people, and we all execute this, you know.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Impressive, man. Hopefully I'll meet your team someday, bro.
No. You can meet them very soon, bro. You can meet them very soon.
Oh yeah, bro. That's great then. And then here's the fourth question. Who would you say are your 3 designers that you would like to meet, whether they are dead or alive? 3 designers that you'd love to meet if you had the opportunity.
Virgil is one.
Rest in peace to him, man.
Rest in peace to Virgil. Nigo.
I know Nigo. He's basically the founder of Pep, right? And then of course he sold it. And then currently his current fashion brand is Human Made.
Kenzo.
He's just the creative director for Kenzo.
I would also like to meet Jerry Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Essentials, Fear of God.
Funny part is that's actually one of the brands that came to my mind when I saw your clothing. Was Essential. Jerry Lorenzo. I won't lie. Jerry Lorenzo is actually my number 1 favorite designer. He's my number 1. My top 3 would be like, you know, Jerry Lorenzo. Number 2 would be Kanye West, and then thirdly would obviously be Virgil. Because Virgil, Jerry Lorenzo, I actually discovered him through his fashion brand, Fear of God. And of course, I discovered later that he has another fashion brand called Essentials. So
Yeah, but then also about brand, like designers that I would actually like to meet and talk to. I would like to meet the creative director where broke or original Panzol.
Oh, broken. Oh yeah, I know the fashion brand. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The one that's based in, I think is it Joburg or Cape Town?
yeah. I think it's Cape Town because I see a lot of their stuff being pushed at Cape Town. I'd really like to meet him, and I would also like to meet some of the local designers, like Khalifani, who's the guy for Bless Her. I actually am wearing his T-shirt now.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've heard the fashion brand, but I actually didn't know like who was the founder. Though.
Yeah. He's super talented. He's super talented. I'd like to also meet Malungis.
For Flair.
For Flair.
I've actually met him before. He's actually a cool dude.
Yeah.
I would like, I'd literally like to meet him and do like some collaboration with him someday.
Yeah.
And then of course another one that I'd like to probably work with would be the Refused team. The Refused team, like what they do is like on some level. I really believe that they will be like a top brand in the future. I really can see them like popping.
Yeah. Another person that I would like to like sit down and talk to or get to know is Umo Wenasal, because his work is very inspiring also. Like all these guys, Refuse, Rich Men, all these guys are very inspired for me, like personally. As much as I'm inspired by the guys outside of the country, like I'm highly influenced by people that are actually here in Durban, here in Joburg, here in Cape Town, because they are showing us that it's actually possible to do it, you know.
Yeah, that's the important thing, because as much as like we've got the Kanye's, we've got the Virtual Ablohs, Hearing Pristines, and so on, but you mustn't forget that you also live in South Africa, and you've got your own people here who are creative and trying to push and whatever it is that's got to do with creativity. So that's a good thing, man. Now we're gonna come to the last question, man. Now the last question would be, what impact are you trying to make in the fashion industry, or should I say, in the creative industry, before your heart takes its last heartbeat? Like, what impact like you want to make? So, like, suppose there comes that day, you're about to hit your last heartbeat, and you look back and you say, I've done this. Because if let's take for example like Virgil, if you look at Virgil, like the amount of brands and different people that he collaborated with. Like, he literally puts streetwear on another level. So, like, what would you say is yours, man?
Yeah. Me for now, I feel like I wanna first like establish myself. I don't have like that type of goal because I don't feel like I have that type of influence in fashion. You know, I'm still being inspired, and I feel like I'll forever be inspired. But one thing that I would like to achieve is actually to show people with my background that it's actually possible. You know, like you don't need to ask for permission to do what you want to do. You know, if you want to create, bruh. You know, that's all I can say for now, because I don't have that platform, or I don't have that that influence. That I feel like I still haven't done enough to have that type of goal. You know, I'm still trying to establish myself, but I would like for people who are anxious about their work, or anxious about you know, how professional they should be, or like they should study fashion to do these type of things or whatnot. I would like for them to get up and actually start putting in the work and do what they want to do, and don't ask for permission. That's all I would like to achieve right now, but I'm sure that the goal is going to get bigger as I carry on. But for now, I can't say that I want to make an impact in fashion or anything. I just want to inspire people with my type of background to show them that actually you can do it, bruh. You can do it as long as you put in the effort, as long as you put in the work, and you have a kind and intentional hearts. You can do it. You can do it.
Impressive, man. That's very interesting. Yeah, because I do believe it's also important. You know, it's also how people in your community, and mustn't forget about them.
Yeah.
That's very important, man.
Yeah.
That's lovely, man. That's great to hear, man.
Yeah.
Well, now that obviously we've come to the end of it, but before I end it off, I just want to ask you, suppose someone out there wants to collaborate with you, like how can they reach out to you? And are you open to collaborations with other people? Like not just in fashion, but like as like a creative.
As a creative, I'm open for collaborations. If people wanna work with me, they can just DM me on Instagram at my life is Piwe, and yeah, let's work. And in terms of clothing, I still wanna set a foundation for my brand. I still wanna like establish my brand. I still want us to stand in our own feet before we do any collaborations with a different brand or I want to find my feet first before I jump on collaborations and whatnot in terms of my brand. But in terms of like creativity and other directions, I'm open to collaborating.
I'm impressed, man. Well, there you have it, guys. You heard that. Shout out to you, Siphiwe, for giving me the opportunity to interview, bro. I won't lie, it won't be the last one. There'll definitely be another one in the future. We're on another level. There'll definitely be another one. And I just want to say, bro, keep what you're doing, bro. Stay blessed for life, bro. And take care, bro. Stay blessed.
Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it.
To share love, man.